What is up YouTube, and welcome back to the RiftGuides WildRift video. This Singed rework is upon us, and this champion is an absolute masterpiece compared to his former form. He now has finally access to so many more playmaking potential. His entry threshold of being played has been lowered a lot, and is just a nice champion that can be flexed into multiple roles. You can play him in up to 4 roles, even 5 if you account for Senna in the bot lane, so top lane, jungle, mid lane, and even AD carry with the Senna, and support generally works really well. But what is his weakest role so far, from my perception? Top lane seems to be a little bit of a hard role for him, simply for the fact that he's playing against very high stat champions that make his life miserable. In mid lane he has it a lot easier, depending on what rune setup he goes. If you look into the bottom left, this is a full AP Singed build, and I'm not a fan of seeing people go for Mark of the Week. I believe it's a terrible rune. It doesn't really do anything, and you're probably better off having sudden impact in your second rune tree and then anything else in your first rune tree. For example, in this game, tenacity would have been giga value. Like, for example, going for resolve first tree could have been giga value this game, considering you can go for perseverance, and then you can still transition into full AP. Most importantly, you just go for sudden impact for the pen, because the flip is a dash and therefore you deal increased damage. People are not used to this as of now, so you can abuse this champion for a bit of time to just print some LP, because people don't know what this champion does, so feel free to do so. Another thing I have to talk about is my partners in the description below. If you want cheaper skins, especially around the Christmas time, feel free to check them out. You get up to like 20% off on these kind of things. In total, you probably save like 45% on skin purchases easily, so feel free to check them out. Okay, back to Mr. Singed. So, Singed in the distant past has often been played in mid lane as well, because he didn't get punished so hard here. The reason is he had a decent push into most mid lane mages and just roamed around the map, which made him so strong in that department. But you see here what he's doing. It's such a powerful thing, and it's really nice that he actually cleared the way here. And unironically, Lissandra passive exploding here helps Singed more than it helps Lissandra, simply for the fact that it kills minions. And therefore, because the minions are lower HP now, the tower will kill them and she will gain 0 XP. So far, we haven't seen any rotations yet, just straight up fighting material. He needs to be mindful to not get CC'd on the tower if he just gets too close. I wonder what happens if he dashes and gets the Syndra ulted, because theoretically speaking, it should be unstoppable, at least from what I've seen. So I'm curious to see what little brother Singed will be putting out this game. Especially in the team fights, it's going to be a very interesting approach. This was a gank opportunity if the Lissandra just instantly went into the Frozen Tomb, into then Talon all in. But now we see the first rotation. Lissandra not really good at pushing towers, and the enemy bot lane is giga overextended. They're not respecting the potential Singed gank at all. Singed pops the ultimate, walks close, is giga close, one-shots the enemy AD carry. The anti-healing is constantly applied thanks to the ultimate now, since they've reworked this one. In case you don't know what they did with Singed, let me give you a little rundown. Maybe I do a little bit of a mini guide as to how it works now. Okay, Singed level 1 Q does 50% more damage from 20 to 30. Base damage. His second ability now is a damage source. It has a damage component. His third ability is a targeted charge that knocks away everything in its way. And to my knowledge, it's unstoppable, but you can flash it. And his ultimate grants you big stats, and people around you also gain, like one person around you also gains a portion of these stacks, which is kind of insane because you get so many different stats, and you get anti-healing applied automatically to all your damage. So this is really, really good, because that saves you 900 gold when it comes to fighting champions with like healing capabilities or innate healing capabilities, or other champions on the map like a Soraka. Because saving gold is something that's really underestimated in the context of WildRift. Because gold is so inflated, like so many people get so much gold that saving gold is barely even noticed. But yeah, it's definitely a big thing. Okay, wave comes on the tower. Oh, nice try by Lissandra, but no cigar. Instantly killed. Talon tries his hardest. Kind of weird to see that Leona and Samira don't just put Sona and Kai'Sa 020, because that should be happening. Very easily, that is, even. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering about itemization, in the bottom left, the second item, you see Liandry's Torment. This item deals 0.4% of your maximum HP in damage per second, plus 0.5 per 100 AP. So if you have 500 AP, it does plus 2.5% damage, plus the base value, so 2.9% of your total HP in damage. So this is a great scaling item. If you are going tank singed, you definitely have to think about going for Searing Crown. Searing Crown does 1.4% of the enemy's max HP without any scaling component. And it grants you armor and obviously HP. So if you go tank singed into, for example, full physical damage compositions, Searing Crown is an insane damage utility tool that allows you to just get tankier as well as dealing more damage than, for example, with the likes of Lissandra, unless you go full AP. Other than this, it's completely fine. There are multiple approaches to playing singed, and yeah, it will take some time for him to settle with the perfect builds possible. Enchantment-wise, you'll probably still go for, what is it called, Righteous Glory, because it allows you to have entry to basically every single play. It makes you fast enough to just zoom around the map. Oh, this is the Darius skin. China exclusive only, by the way. Classic. Is he gonna escape? Oh, wow. Lissandra Ignite popping off. Yeah, the Singed is so accelerated. Like, this is something that's really scary. Like, if a Singed is fed, it might not seem like he is super strong as a champion, like in the past as well, but if a Singed is fed, and he has so much AP, his first ability is going to deal so much damage in combination with Lissandra. Because if you go full AP, you have your first ability base damage, it's AP scaling, I think it's 30% or 35%, plus the Lissandra on top, so every single time you get ticked by this poison, it refreshes Lissandra. Which means I think you have, like, the moment you get poisoned by Singe, it's like 6 seconds or 5 seconds of Lissandra burn. So the base damage of the poison plus the Lissandra burn are going to deal so much damage to you in that time that if you are not fed yourself to one-shot the Singed, you will eventually die to that champion. However, you have to keep in mind, the champion is relatively squishy, so he's very vulnerable to just getting one-shot. Bro's zooming. You see, he's not really dealing, like, you see, it's not like he's dealing so much burst damage. Ooh. This charge thing is so insane on Singed. Like, this adds so much more playmaking to him. And it's also kind of hard to see. And yeah, you just die if you don't flash. I think it's a very big thing to just be very aware of what the Singed is doing. Because if you don't flash this ability, you just instantly die. Like, in the past, Singed gameplay primarily consisted of Righteous Glory, finding a carry target and flinging it into your team while being a sponge. And this makes it way more reliable. Like, it removes a certain level of skill that Singed needed to have to understand how to play and maneuver a fight, and this just made it so much easier. Because look, he can just dash flip. Now she's dead, she gets CC chained, burns to death from all the damage sources he has. And yeah, it's really tough for the enemy if they're like behind to deal with this. QSS pops off. She will survive this though. Oh, big top wave, please pick it up. Yes, sir. I mean, you can even wait for Sona to get there in range to share the gold. Yeah, it will be fine. Sona gets the gold as well. Really good, really important. Sona just, oh no, they shared. Just so important to sometimes share the money from these waves, because it's so much money that you otherwise would just, it would just go into the void and would be so sad. Also, considering the new Singed, Awakened Soul Stealer doesn't really seem like that bad of an idea if you go full AP. Because obviously it has haste. Singed didn't really care too much about haste in my opinion in the past. But now it has like way more value because more damage sources, more utility, more everything. Oh, he dies here, right? Oh my god, the shield. Oh no, he died. Feels bad, man. But yeah, he will obviously go for the double pen items. Awakened Soul Stealer, Infinity Orb. His team doesn't really have the damage. He's the majority of the gold of his team, I think, right now. It's also very sketchy that his team is primarily AP with a Kai'Sa on top. So if the enemy itemizes mainly like MR, it's going to be so tough for them to do anything, because the biggest counters to Singed as an item would be having Force of Nature. And Force of Nature also helps against Kai'Sa. So let's see who's building. They're building plated steel caps. Okay, you have, will not say. And it's just so important to think about potential items that help you. Talon can't jump walls if he gets rooted or like grounded by this. Ooh, Talon with the moves. Oh, this might be a little bit tough for the Singed. Okay, they're not committing as it seems. Okay, he's fine. Oh, well. Now they did commit. And that's one of the biggest weaknesses when it comes to full AP Singed. He's like paper. Like, no ult on, like, and he just gets one-tapped. And that's one of the biggest issues when it comes to the champion. Let me actually skip for this. Oh, I think they did so themselves, but it's fine. So I think this fundamentally comes with a lot of joy for Singed mains, like having their champion better, but also with a little bit of grief since their champion might be picked more often now. But yeah, I'm curious to see in which role Singed will be performing the best. He's still a unique champion compared to others. Flip. Awakened Soul Stealer popping off, the value of CDR is going ham, and the zoom speed is also here. Awakened Soul Stealer, don't forget, it also provides you with movement speed, so the item is even better. Because many people forget, like, Awakened Soul Stealer isn't only just a pen item or the haste item, it also grants you movement speed if you get a takedown. And 10% movement speed on a champion whose fundamental kit completely and entirely relies on being fast, it's definitely not an understatement to say it's really insane. That's why Glory is also like something that was really insane on Singed. Ooh, there's a big top wave. Whoever gets that wave is smiling. There's so many big side waves to farm. There's so much gold to be made. I wonder how good he performs in mid lane against mages, because if his fling range is really forgiving, like the way you do it, then he could actually be a decent champion into mages, like a really good champion into mages, because he has a reliable setup. Because it's an on-click thing, and if it's an on-click thing, it's absolutely reliable. Like he has a slow, then he has a flip, so it's really dangerous for enemies to even get close. Does he run him down? Flip. Yeah, he dies, by the way. He's dead. Yeah. So much AP is going to make it work. We take those. And another wave for our troubles. Bro's going for the giga damage. I really wonder how I'd put him on a tier list. Because I need to see more of his performance in multiple roles. Okay, Leona. You get flipped if you get too close. Wait, what just denied the flip? He's so fast. And flip. Yeah, the poison is just taking them to death right now. With how much AP he has. It's, yeah. Flip didn't go through because he died to Fountain. What a for fun gamer. So based. Let's see if I can get him on stream a little bit later. It would be nice, but I fear one thing. In 4 marks, I don't think I'll be able to find games anymore. Because in Europe we have like, they implemented a matchmaking change that, yeah... I mean, I made a Twitter post about it, that you can only match like +1, -1 tier unless you're duo, and yeah, once you're sovereign, it's getting a little bit hard to find people to play against you. You see, he just focuses primarily on the wave here, and since Syndra isn't really a champion that can punish you that much for doing that, he just gets to recall. So he'll probably bounce this like a few times, like he will do this 1 or 2 more times until he has boots. And then he probably has enough access to roam around the map. And then he forces Syndra to basically follow him. Or to just farm mid lane. Oh, Syndra, you're not... Yeah, Syndra, you're not allowed to do this. You just messed up big time. Very big thing that people constantly underestimate is just understanding where people are coming from, where they are from, and what they can do to you. Often, it's not the easiest, but yeah. It's relatively simple to see that you're simply not allowed. What is Syndra be doing? Flash flip. And we get a red buff on Singed. I mean, he's nearly out of mana. It's fine though. Maybe gets another flip. Oh, no mana because he pressed Q. It's kind of tough for him right now because his mana pool is kind of scuffed. So you'll see him tap Q. Like it's like a giga old Singed strategy to preserve mana. It's less of a thing on WildRift because mana management is not that important. On PC it's a lot more important because you'll just like leave behind a few fart clouds as a Singed. And that's how you would preserve some mana or be more efficient with the mana. And he is itemized. Look, he's itemizing damage boots, magic pen boots, into Ace Zeeks for some tankiness, into then full AP. He also has Resolve as his main tree. You see, I assume this is just him evolving his build, testing a few things. One thing that's very important to notice is the biggest mistake of melee champions usually, especially into ranged matchups, is taking bone plating. Since you're a ranged champion into a melee champion, the ranged champion will just auto you once and the bone plating will be gone. Or just one spell, you gain barely any value. However, Second Wind will constantly provide you with sustain. Like, just the health generation alone, as well as the bonus healing once you get hit, is an insane benefit for melee champions over ranged champions. Because it's so much more powerful. And Syndra chose to stay, so she dies. Really nicely done by the Singed here. Pops the fruit, gets everything here for free. That's one of the things people really need to be like careful about when it comes to Singed. Because if the Singed, like for example, the Singed could itemize full magic resist. If you're a mage, just for example. And then mages will be incapable of killing this guy. Because magic resist items are so good, and he gets too tanky for your typical like mage to kill you. Because then the gameplay loop of Singed would just be flinging you into the backline and then you die. So the biggest thing against Singed you have to constantly be aware of is distance. You need to understand how fast he can reach you and how reliable he can do so, and how can he possibly be stopped, like what can stop him from doing so. Yeah, he's soaking the XP and gold here so they don't get too much. He's going for another reset, picks up the Zeeks and Fountain now. Something that's not talked about often enough. Like supports or supportive champions can itemize Zeeks relatively freely. Once the new patch drops, I will rework all the builds and just make sure you have the top notch of every role. So it's relatively peaceful. Because right now it's just a library of like 15,000 builds. And Zeeks, for context, Zeeks is a very powerful item if you need HP and armor. And you want the enemy to just be constantly slowed around you. Like if you look at the enemy team, they have Zarya, they have Darius, etc. The item makes them a lot tankier. And Trinity jungle, so it really helps. And the constant slow allows them to space. On the flip side, if you want the full AP version, you'd have Rylays. The issue with Rylai's is, as an AP item, it misses one thing that other AP items have, and it's Magic Pen. Rylai's, if it had Magic Pen, would be a lot better as an item than it is now. Because often there's not really a reason to buy this item on most champions, because this item is purely utility focused and only built in certain circumstances. In the past, I think in every single game you've played Singed, you had Rylai's. Because, well, this champion wasn't really functional without it, if I remember correctly. Pops the ult, does a flip reverse combo. Bro, what? What did he just do? Zooming. Syndra needs to be careful here. Like, you see, she can't even approach. The Singed is too tanky as of right now and does too much damage. Syndra can't pop him. And yeah, since she might not have known if somebody was behind the Singed. Like, he can't kill her right now 100-0 on the tower. But he can definitely deny her. Like, he can flip her once with a combo, and then on the next set of rotation, like set of cooldowns, he can kill her. But that only works if there's minions involved. Like, if she trades her HP to fully clear the wave on the tower, it would be fine. But then she just has to recall. It's something you have to get used to. But yeah, Singed is a lot tankier than people expect. Let me actually look it up. Let's see if the wiki is up to date already. Yeah, okay. Like, listen, you gain 40 to 100 AP, like 40, 70, 100, depending on the rank of your spell, magic resist, armor, and movement speed. You also gain health regen and mana regen on top, and you apply grievous wounds. So Singed, similar to Nasus, becomes super tanky once they press ult. Like Nasus even more so, because Nasus gains HP on top. But yeah, it's a 20-second buff with a 60-second cooldown, and the moment you press the button, it goes on cooldown. Which means, I think, yeah, with Awakened Soulseal in a build, in a teamfight, you probably have it like all the time, if you want to. The Infinity Orb Rush, yikes. Oh, Riven flashing onto the Xayah here. Xayah ulting very late. Rakan now dying as well. And we get a lot of free kills. Riven gets another reset. Yeah, we hate the Riven champion, don't we? And look how fast he is. It's insane what kind of speed this champion has. Oh yeah, and Singed passive, if it isn't fixed to this day, if you touch somebody or get close to them, since you get this Noxious slipstream or something, I don't know how long it goes for. You get an assist if they kill something. And in the past, it was like 30 seconds where you just buff them and you just got an assist for it. So it's definitely some insane stuff that you have to keep in mind. Okay, Trinime getting hunted down by Riven. Riven mobility. Smiley face. I wait for the day when there's an item for 80 champions that is like Awakened Soulsealer. Imagine. Just imagine. This champion is definitely insane in a duo scenario, because you can be the setupper, and if you have a reliable setup in duo, it's so broken. Like, the better you are and the more setup you have, the crazier it becomes. Like, for example, Lissandra mid lane standalone is not that insane, but if you put her out in duo, it's an insanely dumb champion. Because all that needs to happen It's just her going in with the claw from Narnia range into ult, and then jungles then they die. Because they're so long, the CC duration is so long with ult and root that there's no counterplay. And people can't rush QSS, you just simply can't. You get denied until you have the first objective spawn. And you don't necessarily want to invest that much money that early on. Hello, cat. Morning. Little sleepyhead. Hmm? Psst, 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 psst. Yeah, the scratches. You like that one, yeah? Typical cat behavior. Now nibbling on my hand. Yeah, Xayah didn't know. Xayah didn't know that it was possible. Like, it's... That is why it's so insane sometimes. And now with the extra dash, it's even more so insane. Because it will take some time until people realize the relative... Oh, and now, wait, true, Singed can now proc the crown with his W. In the past he couldn't, right? Yeah. It will take definitely some time for people to get used to it. That he has this extra dash. Full AP Singed is actually soul cleansing to watch, because it's so much burst damage with the flip, because the flip has some AP scaling as well. And if you get close and do the Giga Flip into your poison, you have a big chunk of burst damage, and then if you get the root, they're stuck in your poison, and then it is slowly burned to death. Mr. Singed on a mission here, looking for the better days, the surfer Singed. He's had enough of the propaganda. We hate Singed. Once we have the Lissandra, it's gonna be such a game changer, damage-wise. Okay, Lissandra is being picked up. He's now peaking in terms of damage. He has 4 items, including boots, so it's 5. And 3 of these are AP items, and boots are also AP, so he's gonna hurt a lot. I think he has close to 500 AP. So his Lissandra is definitely doing some work. Yeah, Crown was procced by W, as it seems. And he's just marching through, coming through. This dash can also be such a lifesaver. If you're getting ganked and have to run to a minion, you can just dash to the minion. The Mr. Singed pop-off. By the way, I was so pissed. This morning, I think they said the champion releases at like 1 AM. And it was like 4 AM and it still didn't release. Like, ah yeah. Crazy. Like, sometimes I get really annoyed by the time they're like saying a champion would get changed or released, and then it's just simply not the case. Feels bad, man. So let's see how well he performs in top lane this game against the Jayce. This should be relatively hard. So Singed is not looking at the Jayce at all. He's just focusing on the minions. Yeah, like, okay, guys. Okay, I'll go back and explain a few things for you. Singed is never allowed to do this. Jayce needs to all-in the guy. Auto-attack and attack him the entire time, but you shouldn't be in melee form. Because look, he's losing so much uptime in terms of damage onto him. And the Singed is just completely left alone to push away for free. This should never be the case. As a Jayce, what I would do is I would look for the best opportunity to deny the Singed access to the wave. Plus, this Jayce does not have second wind. I promise you, he does not have second wind. The next biggest issue that Singed deals with is second wind. Because his poison isn't really that much of a super high damage source in early game. So second wind really helps out just dealing with it. And it doesn't seem like the Jayce has it. And yeah, this should be so free for the Jayce in terms of a matchup that it should never even be close. Not even remotely close. He'll try to place the turret. He can just two-shot the turret if he attacks it. Oh, he lost vision, so it got auto-casted onto him. That's so sad. It's actually demoralizing. Sadness. Like, the craziest thing is, the Singed goes full AP, by the way. He doesn't even go any defensive item. So I really wonder how he is going to survive this at all. Flip. Ah, sad. He didn't get anything. Like, he didn't get the double boss. Would be really huge if that one actually worked out. Oh, it's so annoying that it cancels the base. It's so annoying. Jayce seems to be playing a red tree up there, because he has empowered attack. And he wants to cancel him again. Like now, like the Jayce is stuck playing the Singed game. Because the Singed is constantly looking to cancel his base while perma pushing the wave. Like all because of this early game that got put into shambles. Because the Jayce fumbled so badly. Needs to be careful to not walk into tower range because of the poison. He can cancel his recall again with a W if it comes up timely. Yeah, there it is. So the next wave comes in, and Jayce might have issues recalling in time. Yeah. And he dies. So you see, the Singed is just so much better than the Jayce player. Like none of this should ever happen. This only happens because the Singed player is so many times better than the Jayce player. Or rather, the Jayce player just doesn't know what to do. You can frame it as you want. What it comes down to is that the Singed is just a lot better. Just a lot better. So what does the Jayce go for? Does he have boots? Does he have anything? I saw he has a call field. Oh, he hits the minion, so he just loses so much of his HP bar again. He probably dies here as well. Oh, this is just... I don't know, bro. Whenever I see such Jayce gameplay, I get furious. And flip that guy. So let me guess, the Jayce is going to go Eclipse or something. Five minutes into the game, first tower being taken on without even the Hextech Mimics or the Gorilla Turret. That's a little bit tough. 2k gold in the pocket of the Singed. Fully completed item in the base. W gets the little scuttler as well for his worries. Yoink. And the Jayce will probably show down there. He'll pick up yeah, he picked up the Scorpion. Like, even though he should know. Now he will die again. Ignite probably wasn't even necessary, but yeah. Now he'll push one more wave and then probably recall. Don't think he will go for much more. He has too much money, there's no reason to just stay on the map. Leaves the monsters to die, or the minions to die in his poison trail, the little fart clouds. And now it's rotation time. He has big money. You can just pick up whatever he wants. You can't even buy an enchantment. It's so sad for that guy. Yeah, now we can. We can buy an enchantment. W. Big mistake. Again, if you have close to 1500 gold, or 1500 gold, do not buy a needlessly large rod. Buy triple M Tomb, because you're losing, I think, 15 AP. If I'm not mistaken right now. You just lose AP buying a needlessly large rod over these bugs. It makes no sense. But yeah, just keep it in mind. We see the rotation going. Mr. Singe popping gold. Hunting number 1 down. Oh, he instantly QSS'd, assuming the Maokai would cancel him with like either W or Q. So he just wanted to walk through. Nicely done. Nice idea. It didn't work out the way he wanted it to work out, but it was a nice idea, and that's what counts. And he yoinks the kill, 125 gold. Yoink. Jayce getting a little bit of gold back down there, but it's not relevant. Like, the game is completely over so far. The game is now a little bit over. Or cancels the Scorpion even. Oh no. It's also so crazy that the Scorpion gives XP, like when you pick it up, like XP and a little bit of gold. It's actually so undervalued, because sometimes it can be the difference between like hitting a higher level and not. And that can actually save or kill you, which is crazy. He gets a double kill up there. If he goes for it, it is. Because if he QSS is right... Yeah. Yes, sir! As expected. And flip. As expected, the double kill. The enemy didn't know it. The QSS demon. And this was made possible by QSS Industries. Only that one. But yeah, it's so nice that anti-healing is now not necessary on Singed anymore. Like, you don't need to waste gold on it one. That it feels so nice. Oh, Jayce is worth money again. Now time to just get our money. Yoink. Thank you, teammate, for sacrificing yourself to the Jayce to make sure that he's worth money again. You did a good job for the team. So I'm proud of you. Very much so, even. But this might be a little bit too much. Okay, apparently it's not even too much. How does his teammate end up there? How does he live? Huh. Awakened Soul Stealer in the bank. Which means, you know what this means. Infinite spells, ladies and gentlemen. Infinite assists, infinite spells, infinite haste, infinite flips, infinite everything. Goodbye, Scorpion. It was nice knowing you. Flip. Q says flip. I love it when it happens. You see his ultimate is nearly up again thanks to the power of Soul Stealer, 48 bonus haste, all the resets he got. So nice. Even though Singed, like, he might not be the greatest abuser of the item, but he's definitely a decent user, just thanks to the movement speed alone. Another pen item for our troubles. The Flipping God. Jayce, you got the Scorpion, but at what cost, my man? At what cost? You just don't. He just doesn't even look back. He just lets you die, and you're not even worth a look. That feels bad, man. Oh, Victor is. Oh, he got some money from First Strike. Victor banking. Infinity Orb acquired. Now his dots can actually crit. So whoever he touches, unless it's a tank, I think it just gets insta-killed. So I really hope that he does some 1v5 shit right now. Please lose Baron. Please lose Baron. Shit. Would have been nice, because then we'd have more content. Goes for... Forward gamer. He goes forward gaming. And he dies to the poison. Oh, he dies here though. Worth. For fun. Gaming. We love that. Did it just look like he dashed over a wall? He's kinda stuck here, but ready for a flip. If he dashes on a Lexus, he dies. Worth. Oh man. And yeah, this seems like a relatively quick one at the end. How long? 10 minutes? What happens in this game that it ends so fast? Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, he found the enemy jungle. No way, he got the blue as well. No, but he lives because of spacing issue. Oh, he thought she would turn. Nah. Ambessa. Oh, look at him just wiggling through. Probably dies here though. One more Q and it's over. Ambessa Mayerda. A little bit of griefing by her. Really nice idea to just instantly turn around to get a quick little cheeky kill. But again, mark of the week, I'm not a fan of this rune, it goddamn sucks. Flip. Does he die here? Yeah, he dies to the poison. No! Oh my god, Galio. You little lucky goblin. I mean, Ambassador level 2. Oh no. Gets level 3 from the wave. Oh, Vikel Jackson. Come on. Do something. Oh, then we have the Pikel Jackson, and he did something. I think he E-flashed, no? I think so. Yeah, he did. He has Hex Flash on cooldown, so he just flashed. Got the cannon. Cool people don't look back. We have ulti, of course, we have everything up. So we're gonna hunt them down. Where's ult? Goes white. Oh my god. If the Karma Binding triggered a little bit earlier, then she just dies. Like the Syndra just dies. Okay, this play is really sketchy. If one person dies, Ambassador hits 5, right? Oh my god, no, she didn't. That's so lucky. Not enough XP. Run, Timothy! Ah, another death. 80 carry fed. GG. But it's only a Caitlyn, so nobody cares. Ah, Caitlyn rush plated steel caps because she's into Varus Pike Vi. She rushed plated steel caps. Okay, bro. Yeah, you will survive lane, but you'll be useless. When you're Caitlyn, you'll be useless anyway, but it's another matter. Would love to see Caitlyn killing this type of team. Impossible challenge. And we get the Scorpion. We get XP, we get money, and we get a little friend that throws rocks. We get Talia in Ugly. And he didn't even last hit the cannon for us. You suck, Scorpion. We hate you. Singed about to be a billionaire here. 420 stats up there. Nah. Like, he has Lissandra already, including boots. Like, if he gets to reset. Like, it's such a big spike. He can maybe play Herald, or maybe he can even kill the Camille. Yeah, he can root her, like, yeah, he can just, oh, nice try. Yeah, she's dead, but now he has to be careful because Ambassador deals a lot of damage. So he has to, like, space very well, which he didn't do. So he just dies. Maybe Aatrox is able to deny her taking the Herald, or at least slow her down, so Vi can actually get there in time. Oh, it didn't work out, sadly. If he spaced a little bit better on Singed, then nothing like this would have happened. It's fine. Okay, Vi now randomly dies, okay. Getting access to mid lane platings, but I mean, Syndra is not necessarily known to be the best pushing champion when it comes to hitting towers. Not really that much of a bang behind his auto attacks. Gets another plating into the pockets. Apparently Pyke didn't see Ambassador. Apparently they didn't see. Flip. The Savior. And now both bot laners need to be really... Oh my god, the root. Galio just suicided for fun. Flip. Oh my god, he did it in style. The quadra kill. The W now deals damage was the saving grace of this play. Full AP singed. We love to see it every day. We love damage singed, not the beta tank singed shenanigans. She gets all the resets, but now singed is finally here. We get the kill onto Ambassador. Caitlyn will die. Caitlyn will be here, but Caitlyn's 56 damage. Yeah. Caitlyn champion. Yeah, it's fine. If she had 20k gold, she would actually be useful. Just joking, by the way. She would die in half a second and would still need no damage. I'd honestly prefer MF over Caitlyn every game in my team. And Caitlyn died again. Classic. Awakened Get Stealer. Okay, we have a big amount of pen right now. What is his team doing? His team is really trying to make the game hard. Oh my god, Varus Q damage or WQ damage is something. Oh my god, he missed. Kamel missed. The Mao. It's tough. Okay, Ambassador. Ambassador hurt herself in confusion. She legit hurt herself in confusion. Based. Oh, Pyke didn't get a reset, right? No, he didn't. So Pyke can't just pop off with the infinite reset combo. Ah, and we flashed away, flash abusing. Look at the goat cinch not having flash. Yeah, you see, this can be flashed. I don't know if that is worth it, my man. I mean, you got the kill, I give it to you, but at what cost? The for fun experiments advance and go further and beyond. That could specifically be me, just griefing the game for zero reason, just to have fun. And will we see another flip? He's patiently waiting for better days. And we got the flip into the Varus ult, they all get rooted, and now Ambassador is trying to chase him, but never chases Singed. Because what happens if you chase a Singed? You run into his farts and you just die. Classic. He loves Singed. This tower do be hurting, and he tanked for a long time, was close to 500 damage from one single shot, fully stacked up. That is something you truly do not like. Yeah, this game is definitely about to end. Enemy will probably FF, randomly of like getting killed in like a few minutes. Okay, Ambassador. Oh my god, that damage. The full AP flip is most definitely a painful one. But can you escape the Camille? He's running. And the enemy team FF'd. And that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe to this channel. Check out that channel description below. And don't forget about my partners if you want cheaper skins during Christmas time as well. As per usual, see you soon.